Christmas upon us, Silver Screen was fortunate enough to attend the premiere of Spud 3 Learning to Fly. Our red carpet correspondent Jimmy Molutsi was on hand at the junket and on the red carpet amongst the gaggle of paparazzi. Spud 3 is currently screening in South African cinemas.
Here with Spud and Casper. Guys, welcome to Silver Screen. So let's talk about the development in from the first film to the second one. Now you're learning how to fly.
Yeah, I just think Spud's really kind of comfortable in himself and everything, and yeah, it's an awesome place for me to be as an actor. It's so cool to be able to grow this character every movie.
And you, Casper, you are a new face in the film.
Yeah.
You play the boy from Malawi.
I'm a guy from South Africa, right now I'm living in England with my roommate Joe Sugg, and I constantly tell him how awesome South Africa is, and that's what Garlic does in this movie. He's constantly talking about Malawi to his friends, and I sometimes see Joe getting a little bit why do you keep going about South Africa? So I definitely could connect with Garlic on that level. I'm Garlic from Malawi. I've always wanted to be part of a gang, and now I feel like a full member of the Secret Seven.
Garlic, where did you learn to play cricket?
Malawi, sir.
That explains it.
So yeah, I released an EP in August of this year, and I've got my album coming out next year, and yeah, it's doing really, really well. I'm very happy. It's yeah, it was #1 in 58 countries.
Okay,
which is
what's
cool.
the name of the album?
It's TRXYE.
Would you have liked to be, to experience the boarding school sort of vibe?
Not really. I think I kind of got enough of it out of the Spud movies. I think that was kind of me going back to school in a way, and yeah, it was weird to put the uniform back on and stuff like that, and yeah, but it's a cool experience, and I just don't know if I could handle the whole boarding school vibe. School wasn't really my thing, and nor are big groups of men. So, so yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm not the sportiest guy or anything like that. So
what is it like working with John Cleese?
He's so quick. His jokes are just, they're on the spot and they're amazing, and he's as funny in person as he is on camera.
I guess I could say I'm quite tactical about what I do, I think you have to be, because once you put something up now, it's going to be there forever, and a lot of people are even judging it now. I never thought in a million years, people would be writing newspaper articles about my YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And that's starting to happen now, so we have to be a lot more careful.
Now you came out to, almost 4 million people, I think, saw your video.
Yeah.
Did you inform the director, the producer?
I actually didn't. Well, it was a weird time because I was in negotiations to sign my record contract, and I just finished shooting Spud 3, and so yeah, there was all this stuff kind of happening, and I just didn't tell anyone, and I just knew that it was I thought it was the right time for myself, so yeah, I just posted the video, and I woke up to, I was pretty sure I was gonna get dropped from my record label. I thought that they weren't gonna want to sign me anymore, and I just woke up to 2 emails, both congratulations emails from the Spud crew and from the record label, and yeah, it hasn't changed anything at all.
There are a few things on the cards, nothing confirmed yet, so I never like to talk about something until it's confirmed, but yeah, no big international films yet, but I'd pretty much like to do any type of film. It's just such a fun experience.
Yeah.
Traditionally in the acting world, it's so much in everyone else's control what happens with your career, and we're just kind of seeing the internet as a way of us taking our career into our hands.
My main focus is definitely YouTube, because that's what I'm so excited about right now.
Yeah. You guys look like your friends on screen. I don't know if that's great acting, or is it because that you guys are really friends?
No, I think it's great acting.
What's it like to have Casper as part of the cast this time around?
It takes and gives a lot of energy. No jokes. It's so much fun. It was actually so refreshing to have someone new. I'm so tired of these guys.
Oh yeah.
Simon's pretty much I wouldn't call him a jock per se in terms of I'm the macho guy, but I think he's definitely the sporty type. Obviously he plays first team for a whole bunch of craps, or a lot of sports, and
Barger's in a world of his own. I think he's in a league of his own as well. And but he's a vulnerable guy. He puts on a lot of it, and I think that's what makes him quite a redeemable character. But no, he's not like me at all.
Yeah. Speaking of John Cleese, I'm sure you guys get this question all the time. What's it like to work with such a comedic genius?
He's real. You know, he's of that age where I just don't think there are airs and graces about him.
Well, he doesn't really give you the chance to be intimidated by him. He's such a soft, nice, humble guy. I mean,
people love the franchise, so it is nice to see South Africans getting behind something that is South African.
Yeah.
It all started in, I think, 2005 with the first book when I approached John to get the rights to that, and then it's become more informal. Then I was competing with Leon Schuster and others. But I think John realised that it would be hard after the first one to make the other ones with somebody else. So he was kind of stuck with me.
He got the book the very first day it was on the shelves, and the next morning he phoned me and said, "Don't sell this to Anand Singh." That was the first thing he said. But
one of the first names we had was John Cleese, and when we went to them and we talked about John Cleese, they said John Cleese is retired. He's not doing films anymore. So we went out to a couple of other people first. I mean, the first person we went out to was actually Hugh Grant, and I think it's worked out great because I think there's nobody better suited. But when we were sort of running out of time and running out of money in that process, we said, we just want to try John Cleese, just try. And I think probably fortunately for us, not for him, he was going through his messy divorce and starting to work again. So the timing worked, and it came up on his desk, and he loved the script. And
what I got out of that experience with John Cleese is that he's, I think he's got to the point where he's done so many films, and he's got the Fawlty Towers thing, all the Monty Python things. So people expect like a John Cleese performance. And I think he's tired of that. You do one thing for so many times, and then some young whippersnapper director says, can you do some Monty Python style thing, And he's like, F off, So I think the thing was just to kind of work very hard with them and get him to get us, a good performance. And he wanted to be directed. That was really cool for me. So it was about pushing him to get those performances.
I like how you tackled, some of the political, themes in the movie, like the burning of the flag, which could have, potentially upset, a few members of, South Africans.
No, we pushed that.
Yeah, was that intentional?
Very intentional. From the beginning, we were like, we're burning.
That was John's idea. I had written the car crash, and he was like, I've got this idea, and then they crash into a flagpole, and the old South African flag comes down and then catches fire. And I was like, I like that idea.
Are there plans to, to have a big theatrical release in the UK where, he's from?
And the market's changed a lot. I mean, like everywhere, cinema's under a lot of pressure. So we're doing exciting things around iTunes and Amazon, where we're controlling those rights directly. And of course with Troy and Casper in the movies, who are so big internationally, in a way for our market, kind of bigger than Cleese.
Was that strategic to bring in Casper Lee?
Absolutely. So we're promoting the launch of the film in SA in 2 weeks, but also the launch of the film internationally at the end of December, where all those international fans will be able to also watch it. So we're making quite a few films now that are doing well enough that they can be funded just from local investors and local content companies. So that's a sign of a maturing industry.
One of the sad things about our business is that you get together with a group of people and then you finish shooting and that's it. You might never see them again. You will see the actors when you get together for publicity, but that's just a day and you don't really see each other. So it's lovely to have this continuity. It's very rare.
Who's your favorite?
Troy. We're here for Troy. Troy Sivan.
What about Casper?
Oh no, Casper's second. Casper's second. And then, everyone else follows.
I found out that you are actually a model and you play cricket.
Yeah, that's correct. I model in Durban here now, and also in Cape Town, and I play cricket here in Durban as well, and also in the UK.
Oh my God, it's been so surreal. I think it still hasn't hit us. It just feels like you've just woken up from a dream, because it's something that you're always seeing from the outside, and all of a sudden once you're inside, you feel that adrenaline. It feels so surreal.
I think this has been the most intimidating thing thus far. I mean, if we remember starting from the first one up until here, I mean, it's been absolutely crazy.
It's crazy, yeah.
This is your first time really in this sort of thing,
no, it's not like this usually. I don't get to usually go on red carpet, so this is really cool.
Little could have prepared me for the magnitude of this. It's crazy.
I mean, this is insane. I mean, we've never had this before. So, you know, where Troy's got to with Casper Lee, I mean, this is just off the charts.
Never experienced anything like this. This is definitely a first for South Africa. So I'm dressed by Deco Mesh. She made the outfit for me. Oh, great.
This is so insane.
Yeah.
This is crazier than any other Spud that we've done so far. So this is amazing to see that people are still this excited about it. I mean, I've got my nana here, I've got my parents here, my brothers and sisters. Everyone's here, so they're just so supportive. It's amazing.
I think the cast and the people we had in this show are so good that if they're made to be relaxed, then they can do their best work.